Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? I hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Welcome to NIPS Home School. Here I am Kamrun, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. My dear students, today I am going to take your Bangladesh and Global Studies class. That means today I am going to take Bangladesh and Global Studies class for the students of class 5. But before starting the class, I want to congratulate you for promoting the new class. So dear students, this is our first class in Bangladesh and Global Studies, and I hope all of you will like the class. Dear students, all of you can take your book, Bangladesh and Global Studies book in front of you. It will be helpful for you. And today we will discuss lesson 1 and 2 from chapter 1. And do you know the name of this chapter? The name of this chapter is Our Liberation War. And today we will discuss lesson 1 and 2. And the first lesson is Outbreak of War. And the page number is 2. All of you can open your book and go to page 2. It will be helpful for you. Now look, for your help, I make a chart, and now look, there are the important information which you need to remember. And now look, the name of this chapter, Our Liberation War, and lesson 1, Outbreak of War. And you all know that our Liberation War is a significant event in our history of Bangladesh. Because of the Liberation War, we achieved our independence, and we also got our own land, and we got our national anthem and our freedom. We also got our flag, which is green and red. Now look, in 1947, when the British left, but before leaving the subcontinent, they created two sovereign countries. Two sovereign countries were created, India and Pakistan. And India and Pakistan were divided into two parts, East Pakistan and West Pakistan. And we were we belong to the East Pakistan. So dear students, in 1947, two sovereign countries were created, India and Pakistan. So we will remember this date, year 1947. And then some movements took place, and these movements of resistance against the Pakistani government, and this movement led the liberation. This movement had a great impact on our liberation war. They encouraged us to raise our voice or to fight against the Pakistani army. And in 1942, there is a movement, which is a language movement. You all know about it. And then in 1966, six-point movement. Then 1967, mass upsurge. And then 1970, Awami League's victory in general election. And then 1971, in 25 March, barbaric attacks by Pakistani armed forces. So in 1971, Pakistani army attacked our people, at night. And then in 26 March in 1971, beginning of liberation war after the declaration of independence by Bangladesh. So in 26 March, Bangladesh declared the independence for Bangladesh. And then what happened? We formed a government, and this is the first government, which is known as the Mujibnagar government. And this government was formed on 10 April 1971. So on 10 April, Mujibnagar government was formed. This is very important question, might come from this government. When was this Mujibnagar government formed? Like this. And on 17 April 1971, Mujibnagar government took its oath at Ambagan in the Badiana Tala village, and it is in Meherpur district. That is in former Meherpur subdivision. And what you can And in this government, that is in Mujibnagar government, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the president, and the vice president was Syed Nazrul Islam. Now look, there are the picture of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and Syed Nazrul Islam, Tajuddin Ahmad, Captain Mansur Ali, and A.H.M. Kamrun. So they are the important members of this government. And though Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was imprisoned in West Pakistan, that's why Vice President Syed Nazrul Islam was the acting president of this government, and Tajuddin Ahmad was the prime minister, and Captain M. Mansur Ali was the minister of finance and planning, and A.H.M. Kamrun was the minister of home affairs, relief and rehabilitation. So those are the important members of this government. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the president, vice president was Nazrul Islam, and Tajuddin Ahmad was the prime minister of this government. So why did they form this government? Because this government conducted the war. Because of this government, the liberation were conducted properly, and they raised support at home and abroad in favor of the liberation war, and they also sustained the public opinion. That means they worked to gather support in the favor of liberation war, and this government accelerated the liberation war. That means they speed up the liberation war. That means they control or they manage the liberation war. Now we will go to lesson 2. That means page number 4, military in liberation war. And the military force was set up on 11 July 1971. Now look, the 1971 on 11 July, the military force of the war was set up, and this military force was called Mukti Bahini. This military force was called Mukti Bahini. And now look, this military force was divided into 3 brigades. And what are they? K force, S force, and Z force. And K force was under Major Khaled Musharraf, and S force under Major K. Shafiullah, and Z force under Major Ziaur Rahman. So these are the 3 brigades of the Mukti Bahini. But there are some unconventional guerrilla warfare. That means the common people or the civilians who took training and took part in the liberation war, they are called the unconventional guerrilla warfare. So the country was divided into 11 fighting forces for unconventional guerrilla warfare. That means we divided our country into 11 fighting sectors, and they were unconventional guerrilla warfare. And in your book, you can see that this is sector 1. There is a map. This is sector 2. This is sector 3. This is sector 4. Then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And among them, sector 10 was exceptional because there's no demarcation. It was an exceptional sector because there's no regional demarcation. There's no regional demarcation. They cover all the waterways. And this sector attacked the enemy high through waterways and coastal areas. That's why sector 10 is exceptional from other sectors. So you can go through these sectors, which is at your book. Sector 1 is Chittagong, hill tracts, and some parts of Noakhali. Just like this, you will go through these sectors and try to remember these sectors. And it's very important. You will know about sector 10, which is very important. Question might come: why sector 10 was exceptional from the other sectors, or what was the main task of sector 10? And General Atal Ghani Osmani was the commander-in-chief of the Mukti Bahini. And General Atal Ghani Osmani was also known as Bangabir and inherited in 1972. And there are other 4 sets, and these fighters took training from India, and then they took part in guerrilla warfare and frontal attacks. And the regular fighting force of 30,000 soldiers was called the Mukti Force. So the military force of the war was set up on 11 July 1971, and this is called Mukti Bahini, and the regular fighting force of 30,000 soldiers was called the Mukti Force. So dear students, all of you will go through lesson 1 and 2 and home, and if you have any question or any inquiry, you can ask it to me, or you can ask it to your live class or through messengers. And very soon your live class is going to be here we will start our live class, and in your live class you will ask question if you have any confusion. So at first you will go through this video, you will watch this video, and you will read your textbook, and then if you have any problem, you will ask it on our live class. So dear students, very soon you will be given homework also. So all of you will take preparation to do your homework and submit it on the fixed date. So dear students, all of you will go through lesson 1 and 2 from chapter 1. And what is the name of this chapter? Our Liberation War. And this chapter is very important. Many questions might come from this chapter in your exam. And you also know about our history. That means the history of our Liberation War. So all of you will go through this chapter again and again, and you will remember those important dates. So dear students, that's all for today. Hope you have understood about today's topic. See you again.